Okay, hey guys, what's up? My name's Terrence, and today I am going to be doing my skateboard setup and just go over the specs and just kind of list off of what I'm riding, what my skateboard setup deck is for those maybe who are wondering. And also I just kind of wanted to make this video simply just because I thought it would be cool to make a video like this. I've never made a video like this before, and I thought it would be fun, cool, entertaining for you guys. Just to go over, you know, from deck to trucks to hardware, grip, and just kind of give a little background history knowledge, whatever about the board, and then some as well. So let's get right into it, shall we? So here's the board. This is the front of the board. It's a shop deck. As you can see, pretty nice chipping on the nose. There's the hardware. I don't remember the hardware, honestly, but this is Mob Grip. I love Mob Grip because it stays grippier for a lot longer, and that's, I prefer that. It's just a preference. But I'm not picky though, to where if they only had like Jessup, I would go with Jessup. I've gone with Jessup before. I've gone with multiple different grips, and it's not like a huge hit or miss when it comes to grip. But if I have the opportunity to choose a grip tape, Mob grip tape is definitely the grip tape I like to go with. So that's the front of the board. Let's take a look now at the back side of the board, or the bottom of the board. Alright, here it is, the bottom of the board. I'm just going to give you guys just kind of a panning look of the board. It's a Familia shop deck. I got it because it's good on price, and in my opinion it's just as good, maybe not like 100% as good, because I can't say for every company. I haven't tried for their boards, but it's a Familia shop deck located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it's a really solid board. All their boards are very solid. Shop decks are very solid in my opinion, at least the shop decks I've skated, present and past. I've skated a good number of Cal Surfboards, which is another skateboard shop just about 2 to 3 blocks down the street, just around in the area of Familia Skate Shop, and they also make shop decks, and they both skate shops make very prime good shop decks for like $10 cheaper than, like your regular skateboard would cost. Not to say that you shouldn't support and get those other skateboard decks that cost a little bit more, but if you want to give it a try, maybe you want to save a little money this time, they're good boards, they last, and I like them. And it also has, cool graphics on them. I really like this graphic. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors, and I really like the F on here. It's pretty scratched up from doing a lot of board slides to fakie outs and rock to fakies and whatnot. But I really like this graphic a lot. This is one of my favorite graphics that they've done so far. I like the color scheme where it's kind of like I don't exactly know, like a putrid brown, greenish almost, like an army greenish brown lining right here. Then it says Familia. Then it's like this dark navy blue. The word Familia is in this dark navy blue as well. Then it's kind of like, it's not a true red, I would say, but it's kind of close to a true red. It's kind of like a dull red. I like that. And then like it's like shapes that are filling in, and that's really cool. This nice white like triangle here. Yeah, and it's just, and it's the same at the bottom except for saying Familia. It says MPLS, Minneapolis. Yeah, Minneapolis. Um, but no, in all due seriousness, very, very good board. I like to keep it around size 8, or every now and again I'll bounce from 8 to 8 1.25. I have tried out a size 8.25 board before, but I really, really actually just like 8 because for me, it's that happy medium kind of a board. Not too wide, and then again, not too skinny. And their shape on the board is really good. I'll get into that after I go over the wheels and trucks and all that. So let's take a look at the wheels and trucks next. Okay, so here's the trucks. I always just stick it most of the time with Venture. I have tried Thunders, I have tried Independence, and I have tried Royal Trucks. I like Royal Trucks. They're really good. I like Thunder Trucks. They're really good as well. I like Independent Trucks. They're really good as well. But my preferred choice in trucks is just Venture trucks. They're the trucks that I first got on my first actual skateboard deck, and it's just I like to stick with what I know. You know, I like Ventures because I feel most comfortable with them. I know them the best. They're not too heavy for my preference for a truck. They stay on the board really nicely. They're, you know, they last for a good length of time. I like the word venture because it kind of reminds me of adventure. You know, you're taking like a risk, you know, and that's what skateboarding is, you know. You take risks, and I like the name, the slogan, everything about it. And they turn very nicely, you know. It's kind of hard to display the turning in them just by how I'm doing this video, but if you guys have tried out Venture trucks, I'm sure you guys know if you actually do like Venture trucks. The wheels, I'm sure you probably already know, or if you don't, these are Spitfire Formula 4s. Gosh, I wish I could remember the width of the wheelbase. I believe it's I want to say 53. I mean, I'm again not super picky when it comes to like the size of the wheel. Now, I don't like a super small wheel, so I won't go anything lower than a 52, but I won't go anything bigger than a 55 millimeter wheel, and that's just my preference. The bearings are Reds bearings. You know, just the standard Reds, not the Super Reds or the Bones Swiss bearings. I believe they're just the good old classic Reds. And yeah, it's a really good board, and I really like this board a lot. Again, I don't remember what the hardware is. I think it's just regular hardware. I mean, hardware's hardware. I don't remember what it is, honestly, which is kind of, you know, bad on my part, but, you know, I use hardware until it's, like, stripped all the way to, like, you know, nothing. Like, I don't go out and change hardware all the time. Like, I don't make it like a necessity to change hardware like you would maybe your board, or like you would maybe, because like, let's say I go out like skating like within the next couple of days or so, and I snap this board and I set up a new one. I'm not going to change the hardware. I'm going to keep this hardware until it's like stripped and pretty much no longer like good, holding the trucks in place. As long as they're holding the base plate and the hanger of the trucks in onto the board for all of my skating ability, I'm happy, and I'm going to continue using them. Once they're stripped and no longer holding the truck and the base plate on the board, then I'm like, okay, I need some new hardware. But I typically like to get new hardware when I'm getting an all new everything. That's just my personal preference. You guys may have it different, but that's just me. Also, I just want to show you guys like the side of the board, if my camera can pick it up and focus. But this is like the side of the board. As you can see, the plies in the board are very nice. It's a mellow shaped board. Like, it's not like super defined or anything. It's got a great amount of concave. It's got really good pop. I really like the pop of the board. It lasts. It's pretty razor tailed for me because I've been skating the board for quite a while to come now, and it is razor tailed on the nose as well because I do nollie tricks, and it's also chipped too on the nose because I was skating a stair set trying to kickflip it, and and just not landing the trick, you're bound to chip your nose. But no big deal. The board still performs just like, not just like it would be brand new, but it still performs good, and I'm gonna skate it until it breaks. So I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars for board review / my setup of the board. Great board. Highly recommend you guys check out Familia. Now I'm going to show you guys my backup board. After this board breaks, I have a board that I bought as a spare board, so that just in case if this board, something happened to it, which, something will happen to it because when you're skating a board, things are happening to it. But you guys get what I'm saying, hopefully, that if I'm out there skating and this board breaks, I've already got the backup board and don't need to then venture out and go get a new backup board. So I'm already planning on ahead. So let's check out my backup board. And here it is, guys. This is my backup board. I bought this one at Cal Surf Skateboard Shop. Now this one is a size 8 board. Like I said, I prefer size 8s. And look at that beautiful, like turquoise-ish blue middle ply, kind of sandwiched like an Oreo cookie in the plies. That is just gorgeous. I did kind of a crappy grip job. This isn't my first time gripping a board though. I've gripped skateboards before. The reason I did kind of a lackey grip job is because the board was cold, because I walked the grip tape and the board home on a pretty decently cold day. I mean, it wasn't super cold or anything, but it wasn't like jolly warm, Anyways, if you guys know anything about like adhesive backings, like for instance stickers won't stick in relevantly cold conditions, grip tape won't stick in pretty cold conditions. So it was kind of on my fault that I probably should have, excuse me, almost had a burp there. It was probably on my fault not letting it warm up and just jumping into it pretty quickly, but it's no big deal in the end results because I'm going to skate this board eventually. As long as the grip tape stays on the board, then I'm, 100% stoked. And, because I've seen all different types of grip tape and I'm satisfied with it, so that's all that really counts for me. I've got grip on my board where I need it most. So where it's kind of bad, that'll just probably end up coming off, like right there, right there. But right around here is just solid. And I even sanded the holes like with the spare grip tape, as well as kind of around the board as well, just to kind of keep it from peeling up and stuff, because that's what happens if you don't. And the reason why I sanded the holes here, sanded the holes here for the screws, is so that the screws can sit more flush with the top of the board, so that there's not that tiny little bit of space where there's grip tape underneath the head of the said screw. I've experienced that in the past before. It goes away pretty quickly, but it takes about a very short time to do that, so I thought, why not do that, So there I did do that, and I'm happy for it, so yeah. But let's flip the board over and check out what kind of board this actually is, because I'm sure by now you guys are pretty darn curious as to find out what kind of board this is. So let's do that, shall we? And boom, there it is, guys. One of my favorite skateboard companies, board companies, entertainment wise in skateboarding. They make some of the truest to skateboarding videos in the industry, and this is a Baker board. I'm pretty sure most of the skateboarders, at least that are not new skateboarders, know about Baker skateboards and the history of Baker skateboards for the most part, I would assume. I really like the lime green backing on this bottom ply with the graphic and the simple black, or is it white on black or black on white? Anyways, the logo, and then we got, because this is D. Ostrander, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right and not butchering it, but this is D. Ostrander's Pro board, and I got it because it's just a simple graphic, nothing too crazy, so I don't feel bad scratching it up or anything, because if I get a really artistical graphic, I'm gonna want to hang it up on my wall or something, because I'm really big into art. I love art, I love painting, I love drawing, so, and I also love skateboarding because it's a hobby of mine as well. It's just something that I love also, a way to express myself and my artwork as well. So yeah, but this is D. Ostrander's Pro deck. He's a outstanding skateboarder. Everybody on Baker is pretty much an outstanding skateboarder in my opinion. And I've already mentioned this once. It's a size 8.0. I've been liking 8.0s more because they're not too much for me. The wider the board, the slower it flips, the smaller the board, the faster it flips. So if you want to, you know, chill more on the board, get a wider board. But if you want to, you know, have a faster flick and get more technical on the board, go with a skinnier board. But then again, it just all boils down to personal preferences when it comes to choosing your skateboard deck. And so I'm going to leave that as is, because this isn't a video on how to pick a skateboard deck. This is just my setups and my backup board, and just kind of going over some extra whatnots that you know, come into my head and throw in there. Oh, and the grip tape, I don't know if I said this or not, but it's Mob grip tape. I love Mob. But then again, like I said, while talking about the Familia board, that if it was only Jessup that I could pick, I wouldn't be disappointed, because you still need grip tape, and some grip tape is better than no grip tape. So there you go in a nutshell, guys. I hope you guys get a little entertainment off this video. Sorry there's no skateboarding in this video, because it's very, very, very cold out. I just got done being sick, so yeah, like I said, I hope you guys dig this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you did. A like would be nice, or a comment would be nice, and a subscribe would be, or yeah, subscribe would be nice. Or I don't know, I'm trying to put better grammar into this whole whatnot video. But there it is, guys, and yeah, see you on the next video.